In this episode, we're going to go through the majority of the Fire Temple, or rather the first half, actually. Oh, wait, no. That's actually next episode. That's not true! Everything I've done told you is a lie, and your entire worldview is completely false. And what you think you know about me is all untrue. Everything I say is not actually accurate. So the solution to these problems is just don't trust anyone ever. But do trust that this is the Mississippi King, welcoming y'all back to more Let's Play Ocarina of Time. I think this is the Mississippi King. And I think this is Ocarina of Time. Maybe. But anyway, in the last episode, we actually managed to beat the Water Temple. And so, we also got some Skulltulas, I think, as well as a couple heart pieces. That was really nice. Getting all that stuff is really gonna help because I am going for all 100 Skulltulas. Yes, I've decided that. So in this episode, we're actually not going to do all that. I'm just going over a few things I missed. But in Lake Hylia, there's another Gold Skulltula that I missed. It's this way. I mean, I couldn't get it before since I lacked the iron boots, so let's head into this house and see what is in store for us. Like, in order to get this, you need the iron boots, I believe. But, yeah. As for this, it's kind of easy to miss. Or maybe not, I don't know what's easy for you and what's not, but if you think I look powerful now, then this isn't even my final form. Yeah, I know I keep quoting Dragon Ball Z. Just sue me, okay? But yeah, you just sink to the bottom here and then ram into the chest at top speed, or you could just keep failing to climb it like I did. Because that's fun! Just keep screwing this stuff up, that'll be absolutely peachy. Or at least that's, I think so, maybe. But nevertheless, I think that makes all them Skulltulas for Lake Hylia, or maybe not. Actually not, but the other one that's in Lake Hylia, we can't really get right now, since we need to travel back in time in order to get it. It's only available in the past. But one thing that's only available here in the future is a Skulltula in Kakariko Village. And with that, I believe we've taken care of all of the Skulltulas in Kakariko Village, and that includes the graveyard, so yeah, we're making some good progress with that Skulltula hunt. And with that one out of the way, I think it's now time to actually head to Dodongo's Cavern to get a couple that I missed. Tried to get one of them before, but I couldn't, and the other one I needed the Scarecrow song in order to get. And since this trip is so short, I may as well leave it in. It's not that long. Just takes a short while to get here. And as for Dodongo's Cavern, there's one that's actually on the second floor, or actually, no, there's one on the first floor, and you remember that hallway as a kid with all of them baby Dodongos that would explode if you killed them? Because it's what makes this dungeon so I don't know, I ain't got any puns for that, but nevertheless, this is still the way we want to go. It's where that Skulltula can be found. Be sure to find it. It says this way. Okay, folks, don't miss it. As for the other one, it's available in either the past or the future. Or the present and the future? Or like the past and the present? I'm not really sure. Time travel is confusing. But nevertheless, whichever it is, it don't really matter. Point is, you can find it in either time period, okay? So, you just play the Scarecrow song and get it to show up. And once again, this one can be kinda tricky because it's like, I think it's actually the only Skulltula that you have to like enter in to a dungeon as where you have to like revisit a child dungeon as Link, like as an adult, where like you have to come back in order to get it. So that's interesting. And we can just take the elevator here or whatever. And Navi's you just now told us that! Like just now? Like, gee, thanks, Captain Obvious. I didn't think you could actually use it to take it to the second floor. Of course not. Now, I think this is kind of annoying because, like, it's kind of annoying that they make you revisit some dungeons and, like, well, really just the Great Deku Tree and the Dodongo's Cavern, but still, that is kind of annoying that you have to revisit it in order to get all of the Skulltulas, the Great Deku Tree. In case y'all don't remember, you need to revisit that when you have the boomerang, so you can get a Skulltula on the wall. But you just want to keep heading this way. Just don't worry. So you can just keep going forward. Admittedly, the trip to this Skulltula is a bit of a trek, but it's not too bad. There are worse. But, you can get knocked off the ledge by a keys. That's fantastic! Just lovely! But anyway, as I was saying, you can also, whenever you need to be sure that you've gotten all of the, Gold Skulltulas in a particular region, you can really, all you have to do is just check the map sub-screen, just look where it is, and then see how many you've got. You can, like, look at the icon where the location you're at is, and then check to see how many whether there's a Gold Skulltula token next to it. If there's a Gold Skulltula token next to it, it means you've cleared all of them out of that region. And that can be pretty helpful in determining how many more are left and which regions you should explore more to find them. I mean, the Gold Skulltula quest is utterly horrible, but it's nice that they added that to make it a bit more convenient. But nevertheless, the Gold Skulltulas are, well, you can go without getting all 100 of them. Oh, and also this trick also applies to dungeons as well. So if there's a symbol next to the map of a dungeon, like right next to its name, then that means you've cleared the dungeon of all Gold Skulltulas. So it's important to keep in mind when you're looking for them. What was that? Well, whatever it was, this is actually how you're supposed to get it. Don't bomb these staircases, at least I don't think you should. And actually, this is a Skulltula that you can get in either the past or the future, but I figured I'd go here as an adult to get it, since I can also get the other one. And we're back as a kid to get one that we missed in Hyrule Castle. Well, it's just before the entrance to it. This tree right here, you're supposed to play the Song of Storms to open a hole. And I could have gotten the thing earlier, the thing in Dodongo's Cavern as a kid, but for some reason I just couldn't figure out how to actually get it. And so since I missed it, I figured I may as well go there as an adult to get the other one that I can only get as an adult. Meanwhile, while we're here, we can actually get another Gold Skulltula, and this one can only be gotten as a kid, for obvious reasons. And well, the Gold Skulltula here also, there's also a group of insects here. You can, like, put them in a bottle, and that's something that we will want to do because there's actually one more. There's actually another Gold Skulltula that we can get with these bugs, and I think y'all can pretty much tell what that is, or at least sort of, because, well, we can now actually plant the second of the last two, or the first of the last two beans, since we can now warp to the Death Mountain crater. But we're not actually going to do that just yet, because, like, there's one in Lake Hylia that I want to get, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the last one in Lake Hylia. And the one earlier that I got before is actually the last one in Hyrule Castle. And this includes Ganon's Castle, because, like, there's only one as an adult, and I got the other two as Child Link. And now we can get the one in Lake Hylia to clear that out of the Gold Skulltulas. And after we do that, then we'll head on to the Death Mountain crater, and there's actually one more that we can get there. And that, I believe, is the last, the only one, the last one in the Death Mountain crater. Not the last one in Death Mountain, period, mind you, but the last for the Death Mountain crater, because there are still some others that are outside Death Mountain. That there's one that we can get as a kid, and two that we can get as an adult, but we can't really get the two as an adult because it requires an item that we ain't got yet. Meanwhile, the thing as a child, we can get that, but I figured I may as well save that for later, just because I don't want to get too many Gold Skulltulas, just because, like, I want to balance this out between, like, dungeons and some other parts, and like progressing with like some optional stuff like Skulltulas and heart pieces. I want to like balance that out. But for when we go to the dungeons, we're gonna clear them out of Gold Skulltulas. I mean, I pretty much know where all of the other Skulltulas are, so... Well, the ones in the dungeons, that is, my mistake. But we can actually get them. On to the next one, which is actually the final one in Hyrule Field, and it can actually be gotten as either a kid or an adult, but, like, since you can burn the spider webs with using Din's Fire, using either Din's Fire or, as an adult, the fire arrows. But you can use Din's Fire to burn it, and that's actually the last one of Hyrule Field. It's actually cleared up all Gold Skulltulas now. Yeah, there ain't that many, just a couple. That is all. Well, now that we're done here, we may as well head on to somewhere else. Well, be patient. It's actually right here in the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's right at the wall. It's right near the pathway that leads up to the Forest Temple, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And while I'm here, I may as well head into the Forest Temple just to check to see what I missed. Because that's always a good thing. Check what you miss. If you're going for 100% like I am, you need to do this. Okay? Stop plaguing my life with incidental music! What did I just say? Well, anyway, here's the actual Gold Skulltula that took me forever to find. But yeah, that took me a while to like, find its location. Seriously, that was just embarrassing. But do not plague my life with incidental music! That's not your business! And I swear if you do that again, then we'll experience some technical difficulties, which shall soon... I don't know, it may happen soon. But I don't know, let's actually take on the Fire Temple now that we've got that. But before we do that, I may as well grab the heart piece that's right outside the temple. One, so that I can get a nice refill of life. Two, it's kind of nice to have a refill of all of our hearts. I mean, it's nice to have another heart container, that is. And, well, having another heart container is definitely going to help in this dungeon, And, this dungeon can have some fairly tricky combat. As for the dungeon itself, it's fairly straightforward. But, yeah. Now that we have that heart piece, we've now actually gotten all but 4 heart pieces. So, yeah, we're down to the last 4 heart pieces. Just 4, and that's it. The only other extensions to our life will come from the dungeons, and I know exactly where the remaining 4 are. And we can't get any of them yet. At least I don't think so. Here I go on about how I know, like, oh, I know where they are. I know where the last of these. I know where them heart containers are, and then it's like, can I get them yet? So it's like I contradict myself. Fantastic. I said stop it with the incidental music, didn't I? Let's go inside so we can meet up with Darunia again as an adult.
Who's there? Is that you, M. King? Oh, it really is M. King. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you. But now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He's resurrected the evil dragon, Volvagia. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to the evil red dragon as a warning to the other races that might resist him. That fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal the evil dragon. I'm concerned though, because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. M. King, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. Prisoner cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, M. King.
Okay. By the way, I feel I may as well cover this. Happy Easter! Well, or I guess I should say, I hope everyone had a happy Easter. Yep, I was busy with celebrating April Fool's Day before, but, you know, now that that's over, happy Easter, and I guess we're done with this episode, so see y'all next time. This is the Mississippi King signing out, and in the next episode we will continue our path through the Fire Temple. See y'all then.